Hey, what's up? It's Comic95, that's Savia. So, excuse me, I'm actually eating McDonald's right now. I have some nuggets. We're gonna have a little ghetto late lunch chit chat, but, excuse me. I'm gonna warn you right now, headphone users, I'm probably gonna cough a lot in this video. I'm feeling a little bit sick. I slept with my air on and it was down way too low, and I woke up feeling a little bit like I had a common or cold or whatever you want to call it. So, anyway, I'm just so irritated, y'all, because, like, I'm trying to find my husband. And it's so weird, like, putting all the stuff that I've been telling you guys into practice myself again. Because, excuse me, the videos that I've made, in case you guys don't realize about dating, it's not for me from the outside looking in. I dated a ton of people here. I had sex with a lot of people, too. Just keeping it real. And with that said, I speak from experience. So when I'm telling you guys, like, not to do stuff, I'm telling you because I did it and it did not work out for me. And I'm telling you what I learned. I'm literally sharing wisdom, not speaking down on you. I know it's hard because I'm doing it right now myself. But something being hard doesn't mean that it's not the right way to go about it. So, of course, I'm human. I sometimes don't follow my own advice at times, but generally speaking, I've learned how the game is played, and I literally find myself just sifting through dudes. But the biggest thing that irritates me, checking for guys, it's so crazy how easy it is to eliminate people based off of their willingness to be serious. Even on serious dating sites. So, for example, if you live in Japan, you have access to a site called Pairs, which they have an app that's available on iPhone, so iOS, and you can also use it on your desktop too. But the crazy part about it that I just don't get. Sorry, it's like a plane or something coming by. Whatever, we're just gonna talk anyway. The crazy part that I do not get, no matter what app you use, men ruin everything. And I'm sorry, guys, I swear it's not one of those, like, crazy, all men are horrible. Excuse the pun. All men are horrible type thing. I swear it's not my purpose. But I gotta keep it real. Y'all, I cannot stand it. Y'all join apps. This is not even Tinder. This app is specifically made for the purpose of finding a serious relationship, not just any relationship, but for the purpose of marriage. And will you have it, believe it or not, I would say at all the profiles, about 60% of them, if not 70%, are guys that are there to look for friends, sex, or ego strokes. And I don't mean it in a girl way where it's like girls just showing off their body, etc., because they don't even allow flashy pictures like that. At least they're not supposed to. But, and to my knowledge, girls don't really do that on there. I mean, this is Japan too, might add. But you'll literally find guys' profiles where it'll say that they're looking for friends, or they don't know if they want to have kids, they don't know if they want to get married, they don't know how long they want to date, and even like thanking you for your likes. Like not in like a bad translation type way. I mean legitimately guys that will update their profile to be like, wow, I didn't expect to get so many likes. And you can see, like, it's really hard to explain. I don't know why US dating apps don't implement this, or if they have, I never heard of one that did. Maybe eHarmony has that, I don't know. But Pairs has it where you can, like, actually join little groups to show what your interests are and the way that you're thinking and what you like. And so you can easily weed guys out. Just a little key tip for you guys at this video. I'll make another video giving advice for dating on Pairs later. But you can literally weed bad guys out just by seeing what groups they're in. So the guys that you see that are inside all the little nerdy otaku groups, all of the little muscle building, body building groups, all of the little, I like kissing, I like sex, I like sleeping in, those type of groups, I like massages. You know that those are F-boys, and you know it ain't finna go nowhere. Those people are clearly looking for somebody to play games with and to have sex with. Which is fine if this is Tinder. Technically it's fine, but I'm thinking, like, this app is made for marriage. Well, anyway, the thing that gets me too is you will find that almost all of the guys whose profile say they're looking, I almost dropped my food. Almost all of the guys whose profile says they're looking for that, they're not even attractive. It'll be an average looking dude, a short dude, fat dude, bald dude with no money. You got a lot of nerve. Who the fuck wanna be friends with your broke, ugly, short ass? There are literally people on there that have joined for the purpose of finding foreign friends. There are men and women on there who are actually looking for a step partner. So where you'd be in a relationship where if you were to get married, you become a stepmother, stepfather, whatever. And that's not just the only issue. You might say, oh, well, that's understandable. No. They're looking for foreigners because they know that you're more accepting of that shit. I kid you not. It really is just driving me crazy. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you're not obligated to get married. But if you don't want to get married, why would you join an app that has not been corrupted yet, like how Tinder has been? An app in which it's understood that anybody on these apps, you're there because you want to get married. Not 5 years from now, but reasonably either right away or within the next 3 years. If you don't know if you want to get married, if you don't know if you want to have kids, if you don't have enough money, if you are living with mom and dad, if you do not have the ability to buy an engagement ring and plan a wedding, why the fuck are you on these apps? Why y'all gotta ruin everything? And then the craziest part is these men are paying for it because it's not free for male users. Why y'all gotta fuck everything up for girls? Damn. And that's what I hate, because, like, I know that one dude that keep commenting my shit about Kevin Samuels. I blocked your ass because you were irritating as fuck. But for anybody else, I actually do watch his content, and I agree with a lot of what he has to say. Some of it is just his own opinion and him being a narcissist and full of himself, which is why he won't let anybody talk, even when people are making a good point. If you actually watch his stuff, as with anybody that talks for long periods of time, myself included, he clearly forgets things that he says because he contradicts himself a lot. Except, unlike me, he contradicts himself in a way which doesn't make any sense. For example, I've already said this before, but he puts being married on a holy grail. But then he also talks down on people that have been divorced, called off engagements, and or that have children. But then he also bashes you if you don't have those things when you get older, which doesn't make any sense. But if you had those things when you were younger and it didn't work out for whatever reason, he also bashes you. So that doesn't make any sense. So by that standard, you're saying quickly, hurry up, get married, have kids. And then even if it doesn't work out later on, at least you have it. But now I'm going to talk crap on you too because, wow, you're stupid. You should have tried to make your marriage work. And also the idea, which, I mean, I'm at a point where now I wouldn't mind marrying somebody after knowing them for a short period of time. But I totally understand why somebody want to date somebody for, more than 6 months or more than a year. That's not unreasonable. Also, I'm not going to make this video about Kevin Samuels, but his videos don't take into account modern men. It's not just a matter of women. A lot of men don't want to get married, and a lot of talk around men, whether they're average, rich, high value, whatever you want to call it, because high value is not rich 90% of the time. $100,000 and $200,000 is not a lot of money. The people who often come on those shows, I won't say often, but a lot of the people like myself, they're not avoiding getting married because they just don't want to get a divorce. The people that they've dated had no interest in getting married. Or if they had interest, they didn't actively seek it. It takes two people. When it comes to marriage, generally speaking, the man is the one that's expected to not only propose to you, but to actually go out and buy you a ring too, which is, a heavy investment up front. What man is going to buy you that crap after a few months of dating in your early 20s? It does happen, do not get me wrong. But most people cannot relate to those stories, especially not under a year. And you best believe, I'd say for most people that got married that fast, either the man was really desperate because you were really fine, or he never had a girlfriend, or you secretly talked him into it and you just didn't tell nobody. So I'm not going to get into that. This video is not about him. My point is, that's what I'm talking about. Because a lot of the guys on these apps, etc., even if they are serious or they want to get married eventually, that's the problem. Eventually. They want to wait years. They want to talk for years. They want to explore their options. I ain't got time for that. I literally had a guy message me today. He liked me. I like that you can see who likes you first. And so you basically just return the like if you want to contact them. So I returned the like and he sent me a message. And he literally tells me that he's looking for specifically foreign friends. And that's why he liked me and he thanked me for it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you on this app then? He wasn't even making good money. He was making an average ass salary. He makes like $50,000 a year. He's a short ass man. He's only a couple inches taller than me. I'm like 5'3", 5'4". This man is 5'5". So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you're wearing a mask, so part of your face is covered. I'm going to assume you're either average looking or ugly. You're below average height. You're making a little ass salary. You're young, which is technically a good thing, but kind of not, because younger a man is, the less mature he is, the less money he makes. And his whole profile just seemed like a scam, so I shouldn't have liked him to begin with, because his whole profile was him talking about work and investments, etc. And none of his groups were marriage-minded. Everything was about foreigners. Everything was about, money, etc. But then ironically, in his profile, I don't want to talk to people whose purpose is speaking to me for money purposes. Bitch, you ain't even got no damn money. And why write an entire profile about that if you don't want to talk about that? That's beyond stupid. That'd be the equivalent of me having an entire profile where everything that I have is pictures of me dressed up and cosplaying as video game characters. And then I say I don't want to date otakus, which technically is true, and not to talk to me about it. And I do have a couple of pictures of myself cosplaying that. But my entire profile is not like that. Because, yeah, that is right. I don't want to attract people that are, extreme into that crap. Because, see, I don't mind people that like that stuff. But the problem is people that are obsessed with it normally are the ones that will come to you. And they normally don't have jobs. They don't take care of their bodies. They don't shower. They stink. And they're losers in life and have no money. Well, in this case, you're dabbling into the world of investing. And you're telling girls this right up front in your profile instead of talking about yourself. So it's not even like you're showing a picture of it. You're talking about it. So forget about pictures. I'd be like, if I make my profile talk about what my ass looks like, how big my breasts are, and then I say, don't ask me to send you a picture of my boobs. Even though I just told you that I wear, a triple F or something. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we don't seem to be looking for the same thing. So sorry, good luck. And he was like, well, I want to start off as friends, and then maybe, you can become my partner. Maybe. Maybe. Of course, understandably, that's how it works. But that should already be on your mind. You should be trying to convince me to want to be your partner. I'm not trying to change no nigga mind. There ain't shit special about you. You don't have money. You're not super attractive. You're not even an average height guy. But fuck it, you ain't tall. The fuck I look like fighting over your goofy ass for? I'm not competing for you. And these same dudes, they'll run around and be like, girls are crap. I can't find anyone, etc. They'll make it into their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Late 30s, 40s, and 50s. And talk about how they could never meet anyone. It's like, no, you met plenty of people. But y'all stubborn as fuck. Y'all wait until you old, bald, and wrinkly, realize that you're not going to live forever. Then you decide, oh, I want to settle down. And they go after people like me and you. And like I said, I'm on my way exiting out of my early 20s. I am at the age that people lie about when they want to pretend to be young. I'm finna leave 25. I like how my little hair flipped with it. I'm leaving 25. And with that said, eventually I won't be in my 20s anymore. Which means when guys do want to date girls, they looking for a young little 20-something. I'm not finna be that in a few years. That's not gonna be me anymore. But I'm no dummy. Even the guys I talk to now, because I like older guys. But I also think to myself, why aren't you going after the girls you went to school with that are still waiting to get married right now? They don't even want you when it is time. When it is time to get married, they go after the girls that were underage at the time when you wanted to marry them. So it's like a stepping ladder. So now Now that you've wasted your time chasing after dudes your own age, now you have to go for even older men. So if you're a girl, 30 something years old, now the guys that you wouldn't have considered dating back in the day, you got to look back and think, maybe I do kind of like guys in their 40s. But men like young girls because they're flexible and stupid. And I've learned that from myself. Literally dated the guy the other day. I'll make a video about him. And he told me, and I shouldn't be spoiling it here, but I'm going to say it anyway. He told me that it wasn't going to work out with us. He said it himself, not even me. And it's funny because I made a video where I talked about this briefly. That he was 36 years old and he's set in his ways. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is why you're not married. You were just crying about how you watch all of your friends, they're getting married, etc. Do you know the reason why he said this was? All I said was that I don't like going to izakayas. And I wanted to take a shower before I have sex and go to bed, like a normal Japanese person does. Why would any woman who isn't dirty and who knows her partner is dirty, why would you purposefully want to go to sleep dirty? And not just go to sleep dirty, have sex with somebody that's dirty. I'm not trying to get no bacterial infection. BV, yeast, whatever. Who wants that? Sex is dirty enough by itself, even with you being clean after taking a shower. You've been out all day, in and out. We just came back from a bar. I'll save this conversation for that video. But I'm thinking to myself, and this wasn't no regular, dude. We'll get into that in that video, but I'm just giving you all an example. This is what I'm talking about. You can't even compromise basic common sense crap like that. And in their mind, you're the crazy one. It's like, how dare, you try to change me. And they probably expect for me to be like, how normal girls are, where it's like, oh, well, this person has money, or he says he's not going to change, he's older than me. Okay, well, I'll do whatever he says. They don't even want you to give your own opinions and input. So that's why they like younger girls. They don't act motherly, like they don't fight, push back, whatever. And I'm thinking, like, it's not even a matter of giving off so-called masculine energy, expressing that you want to be clean. Of course, I nicely said, like, I don't drink and smoke, so I don't want to be around people that reek of alcohol or that are smoking cigarettes in my hair in a roach-infested restaurant that doesn't clean or dust their shit like all of these nasty-ass old Japanese places. That's the other crazy cultural difference thing. Should make a video about that. I kind of did. Restaurants here are cheap as fuck. They use the same old machines they've had probably since the 70s or 60s probably. Definitely 80s at least. 80s or 90s at least. Same old drink machines. They don't dust anything. They don't clean out them bitches. You can literally see them preparing your drinks and how dirty the equipment is when they open it up. They don't even have to hide it. There were literally roaches crawling on my leg and ankle. I think one got into my shoe while I was sitting down at the restaurant. I kid you not. Nobody gave a shit. And we eating food from this place. America could never. It would be on the news. And then you say that to a Japanese person, they get offended as fuck. But I'm starting to feel like if I want to get married, I have to go back to the U.S. But I'm just annoyed because it seems like you can't win. I can date an attractive person, but then they have no interest in getting married. You date the ugly guy. He either has no money, or he has money, but then he has a jerk-ass personality. And it's like, you can't be ugly and act like a jerk. I get it, you got your little money. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I was saying this on Patreon a little bit, I think. But I've dated men I feel like that are like too high up at this point in my life. I don't think I could see myself marrying somebody that doesn't have good money anymore. Like, I feel like the lowest I can do it with a guy is about $120,000. So, and the reason being is I've dated several people. At this point, I think most of the people that I've dated have been making well over $100,000. And for me, like, it's not even just about the money part per se, but it is, but not for that reason. See, when people think about money, they think about, going on vacation and getting designer clothing, etc., which, don't get me wrong, spoil me. But I mean it more in the sense, like, I want financial security in my man. And I want to know that I have enough money for my kid to go to school. Not just college, but like a good international school. I want them to be able to get tutoring for Japanese and just everything. I don't want to have to worry about having food or paying bills. I want space inside of my home. You ain't finna get that from no average salary man. And look, men cheat regardless. You gonna cheat on me, you gonna have money. We ain't gotta be rich, but money. Because 100,000 ain't rich. Definitely ain't rich in Tokyo. It's like New York here. So I'm just so mad because, like, I love the app because I've met so many people there. As I said to you, I've literally been on a date, or said on Patreon, I think, almost every day. I've slowed down a little bit, but I've been on tons of dates. Since I started using Paris, but the problem is still, it seems like almost all of the guys that you encounter are F-boys. F-boys, or they don't know what they want. Testing the waters. I'm not sure if I want to get married or not. I don't know if I want to have kids or not. It didn't even come with baggage. Like, I was literally talking to this guy. He was like 42, 43. For some reason, ended up unmatching him before when I was in Osaka. And then somehow he found me again. I don't know if he made a new account or what. Or if he like unhit me, however he did it. And then he messaged me, asking me if I'd go on a date with him suddenly. And so I said I'd go the next day. So then I was like, I want to see your actual picture. Because he had all these pictures where his face was covered by a drinking glass. And couldn't tell if he was balding or not. And, he had drama too. He made a lot of money. He had an ex-wife. And he had a child who was paying child support towards. And he assured you in his profile that it wouldn't interfere. And realistically, I knew I wasn't going to marry this dude more than likely. But I was willing to give him a chance because I never met him before. Maybe if I meet him, I might really like him. Might be willing to play stepmama. But the kid wasn't inside the house or anything. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm taking away somebody's father from them. So I have mixed feelings towards that. But anyway, yeah. So the dude gets upset and was talking about how, how I'm asking too many questions, basically. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you didn't make a formal plan. You have a car, to my knowledge, and you're not picking me up in it. You're asking me to meet you at a train station. Yes, you're going to pay for the meal, and it's going to be a nice place, etc. But I have the right to want to know what you look like and to ask what your real name is before I meet you. I'm not adding you online before I have those two things. That's stupid on my end. Why would I want to meet somebody whose name I can't even know? Why would I want to meet somebody who can't answer that? Who can't show me what they actually look like? There's tons of pictures in my profile showing, what I look like. And so his excuse was, oh, like I already have pictures on my profile. Like you could see those. And I'm thinking like, you have 2 old, outdated pictures. And I said it to him. With your face being covered. And let's keep it, I didn't say this part to him, but I'm thinking like, let's keep it real. You're not even attractive in those pictures with your face being covered. I gotta keep it real with y'all. Like, goddamn, some of y'all bitches can relate to this too. You a pretty ugly person if even when your face being half covered, you still look bad. So it just made me so mad that like people don't seem to see the irony or logic of that. And I'm thinking like, you should be doing anything you can to get bitches, because who the fuck wants you? You're not tall. While you do have more money than the average man, a chunk of your money is being drained from child support. You're old. And any woman that's with you not only have to deal with the fact, I don't know if I already said this, with the fact that you have an ex-wife, which is another con, because you're a divorcee. You have a whole fucking baby. You got a son. So instantly, even though I have no children of my own, I get thrown into playing stepmom. And you best believe 90% of these men, they would not be okay if you had your own kids, though. But you should be understanding to him having his. Fuck no. And then you're worried about me asking for two simple things? As a single young woman, why would I not want to know who I'm meeting? And so, of course, I could see him well enough where I would know it's the person. But I'm thinking, like, I know the pictures are old because those pictures have been there since back in May. I have tons of pictures on my profile, and I'm constantly updating them. So you can see what I look like. You come with baggage. I can't know your name. I can't see your picture. So he did like tell me, I think, both of those things. Well, he didn't send me a new picture. I was like, I ain't gonna beg your ass. Forget it. Blocked. Unmatched. So, excuse me, sorry. My digestive system made a little nasty noise. But, yuck. Sorry for being messy, y'all. Y'all know me. But it's like, why y'all join dating sites just to show people why you're single? Because people always make it seem like, oh, if a girl's single, she prays because she's crazy. You know, if a man is single and he's over the age of, I would say, over the age of 30, he's crazy. Control issues, player, automatically. Women might be a little bit too picky, trying to, weigh out the best choice, best options, weigh their options type thing, but not in the way that guys do it. Guys just want to have fun and party. And then they're like, oh, I don't care about the hot bitches my age, because when I am ready to settle down, I'll just go for the underage girls that, were underage, but now they're old enough. For example, me. Almost all the guys that I've been dating, even though they're still F-boys, they're all in their 30s, 40s. And it's like you could easily find a girl that's way more desperate than I am, that wants to get married tonight. Not even tomorrow, tonight. Because they know that, they're past the whole Christmas cake thing here. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. They want to have babies and everything. So I'm thinking like, when I go after a girl that age, oh, that's right. You want to go after a young girl that you can control, boss around, tell what to do. And you don't have to worry about having children because I have years left in them. Like, even right now, even though I'm older than I want to be, I have a good 9-10 years before I have to really worry and be like, oh my God, I'm high risk. But personally, if things went the way I wanted it to, I didn't want to have any kids after 30. But so much for that. And that's the reason why, like, don't be listening to people that be like, oh, you got plenty of time, whatever. Unless you just want to have one kid, or unless you want to have to rush and freak out over it, don't act like you got plenty of time. Because I'm sorry, but to break it to you all, but I have to agree with Kevin Samuels on that part. 20 is not that young. 21 ain't either, and 23, etc. Like, once you're in college, you do kind of need to decide what you want to do with yourself and with your life. Because you are at your prime when it comes to both having children and finding a man. So, but again, like, to play devil's advocate or to contradict that too, having a man and having a baby is not everything. But if you really want it, like, for example, I know I do, you do have to treat it like it is, because that time will slip away and it will become more complicated the older you get and more expensive. So, in one sense, I'm glad that I don't have children yet, because I swear, I don't know what happened to me. I don't know if it's really because I'm 25 or it's because of a matter of experience, maybe both. I literally feel like a completely different person from the girl that first came to Japan, because I thought that I was mature and I thought that I was smart all my life, but now I feel like, who was that idiot back then? I feel like I am on a different level than I was back in the day. And I feel like now I'm actually capable of being a good mother to my kids and even wife. So, to my husband. So, but yeah, to get back on subject, it's kind of irritating me too, because I feel like whenever I am like talking to a guy, I'm sorry, like I'm on Paris right now, trying to find some communities to join. I feel like whenever I'm talking to a guy, if I really like get along with him well, he's always a bum. And so it's like, man, I can't even marry you. You can't afford no ring. You work in a factory job, or you're working as a caregiver, some low ass paying job, or you're not even making $40,000 a year. Like, these dudes are making like $30,000, $20,000 type stuff, living at home, don't have crap going on with them. And look, this is why I tell you all to go to school. See, y'all don't like hearing the truth. Go to school for something meaningful, not fun. Because y'all idiots that like to brag about how, college is a waste, etc. Y'all the ones that go to school for stupid fun crap like game design and art and crap like that. I'm not talking about that. When I say go to school, I'm talking about a career which there'll always be a need for it. And that's things like teachers, doctors, nurses, anything that deals with people directly is generally a job that's always going to be, excuse me, hitting this, service type jobs. Not service in like a retail type way, but you know what I mean? Even business or business management, like something like that. Something that's actually useful. Y'all be choosing dumb careers or dumb degrees and then get mad when nobody will employ you. And then you also don't do anything to give yourself like training and experience. Most people don't come fresh out of school and instantly get a job. Normally you have to do some sort of internship or volunteer somewhere, whatever the case is. So y'all give up too easily. But yeah. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, but like I was talking about, bum dudes. And it sucks because sometimes the guys, they're a little bit cute, but then it's like you have nothing going on with yourself. You're literally doing nothing. Nothing. And you seem to have no interest in changing your circumstances. You have no plans on going back to school. And so it's like, of course, the guy's nice. They have all the time in the world. But then it's like, okay, this is cute and fun technically for right now, but not even then. Because, like, I can't even go on a nice date with you. Because if we go on a date, you're going to be pretending like you're not hungry because you're trying to save money, rubbing pennies together. So I'm going to have to pay for anything fun that we do. And then if that's not enough, fuck it. We having kids or, marriage, etc. We ain't finna have nothing nice. As soon as I'm done, forget about as soon as I'm done, I'm probably going to be working through my whole pregnancy. After I give birth, I'm going to have to be thinking, when can I return back to work? Because your broke ass can't hold it down. I don't want to have to live with your parents to save money. I'm not going through that crap. And especially since I have my own stuff going on as well, I expect for you to at least have a good salary. You ain't got to be rich, but at least a decent salary. But, man, these dudes don't even have that. So, like I said, now I feel like my standards might as well just go ahead and raise on the fuck up and be like, nope, I'm not wasting my time with anybody like that. If I'm going to date you, you need to have your crap together. I'm not doing less than $100,000 anymore, because it's not even worth it. Most of the guys that I dated before this year, they had been regular broke dudes, not making a ton of money. They still lie. They still cheat. They still ghost you. They still don't have time for you. So, like, if I'm going to go through all of that crap, I might as well be with a man that at least can actually provide, take care of me, give me a good experience while we are together. That's how I see it. So, yeah. Basically, I'm saying this in a nutshell. I hate that guys ruin everything, like dating-wise, like on dating apps. Because not only do they play games and waste your time, but on top of that, which, like I said, I have a video, I want to talk about that in particular. On top of that, on top of them being misleading and leading you on, specifically in Japan, I'm talking about, I know that this is like a universal thing, but I'm talking about Japan. What was I going to say? The other part that pisses me off, I can't even remember. Oh, do you know that Tinder was actually not made to be a hookup app? A lot of people do not know that. It was made for legitimate dating. Yep, that was the basis of the app. And you want to know who turned it into a F-fest? Guys did, of course. They find a way to make everything sexual. You can't even have like language exchange apps, friend apps, etc. Because what do guys do? Apps like Scout, Meet Me, Is it Meet Me? Yeah, Meet Me, not Meet Up. Meet Me, Interpals, etc. Guys swarm the apps. They fill up girls' inboxes begging to lick your toes for nudes, for video chats, and all type of little nasty crap. It's like, damn it, why can't y'all just act civil? Y'all can't make friends with girls. Y'all can't date girls. All that runs across guys' minds is sex, 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 sex. And it's funny because these same dudes get upset and bitch about girls wanting, financially stable men and stability, etc. And I said this before in another video, but I'm thinking like that benefits you more than it does her, for starts. And secondly, that's actually an adult and reasonable thing. People need and want things to survive. You are trying to be a man whore and just F anything in existence. Who wants to be with somebody like that? That's dangerous and puts you at risk for getting an STD or, an infection or something. Bacterial vaginosis, whatever type crap like that. So, yeast infections, all type of little nasty crap. So, I'll never understand that. But, it just irritates me so much. Because I'm like, y'all ruin all the apps that exist out there. That's why I don't want to hear when dudes complain about how they can't find a girlfriend on these apps, etc. Because I'm thinking, like, it goes, oh man, that too. I was reading the guy's bio the other day on Tinder. Hold on. He was talking about how he doesn't find a point in writing a bio because girls aren't going to care about it or read it. They're just going to judge him based off his pictures. So that was his excuse for not uploading, pictures of his face up close. So instead, his pictures were the back of his head. It was a white guy too, matter of fact. It was a white guy. Because pictures were the back of his head, him showing his body on the beach, etc. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yes, that is partially true. But you do the same thing. Like, why do guys keep trying to do that? Guys keep trying to make it seem like women are bad people for caring about their appearance. But then guys have no problem with only liking girls that they find attractive. And then the reverse, more realistic option. Guys have no problem chasing women for their beauty, but they don't like the idea of a woman chasing them for their money. Sir, you are trying to go against human nature. Women like men for their resources. Men like women for their beauty. You don't like it? Then consider dating men. But I'm thinking to myself, your profile, your bio, is what saves you when you are ugly. Because you want to know what I do? If I see a guy, because I actually do read your bio, well, as long as you're not extremely ugly. If you have a nicely written bio, even if I would have normally swiped left, this is a pro tip for F-boys that want to take it to the extreme and really trick girls. If you seem to be a truly genuine nice guy looking for something real, I will actually swipe right, as long as you're not hideous. If you're an average to just a little bit ugly guy. You cannot be ugly with no bio. Because you already don't look good. Now I don't even know your personality. What reason do I have to get to know you? You feel inclined to get to know me, whether it be in between my legs or, hear me speak my mind, etc. in person. Because you like the pictures that you saw. You were literally giving me nothing to go on. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't get it. So, whatever. But yeah, I said this before. I want to clarify. I'm not single because I want to be. I'm single because I have to be. Because I'm not doing no damn struggle love. It's always the dudes that have no job. The dudes that are, my daddy's age. That want to be serious with you. Men want you to wait around until they're ready. But they'll never wait for you. And if you have a wife and you're unwilling to compromise with her or a girlfriend, that ain't a wife, that's a slave. I'm not your child. We should be on the same level. Somebody asking something reasonable of you, like saying that they don't want to go to a certain restaurant, or that they don't want to go to bed without showering, or in this case, dude, just clean your fucking shower so that you can use it. And then I hate these little psychological games. So when the guy was talking to me, I'll talk about it more in that video, like I said, he was making it seem as though I was blaming him or something for the ambience of the restaurant. And I'm thinking, like, well, technically I should have been, because this place was near your house. You knew the place. But I hate that. They can't even take the blame for it. They try to make it seem like you're a bad person. You're expecting too much. It's like, oh, now I see why you're single. Sorry, y'all. Trying to go baby daddy shopping. But I don't even know how to feel anymore. Like, some days I just feel like giving up on dating altogether. But then other days I'm like, you're going to regret this when you're 35 and you never got married, never had kids. So I hope I don't look back in this video and be like, oh crap, I'm 36. And I have no husband, no kids. So... Yep. Alright, I guess I'm pretty much done with this video then. All I want to say in a nutshell is, guys, why y'all waste girls' time like that? Why y'all do all of that? Let me move my camera. If you know that you don't plan to get married, you know you don't want a real relationship, fine, go ahead, be an F-boy and ruin the app that you've already ruined around the world, which is Tinder. But please, for the love of God, in Japan, please leave pairs alone. This is the one app that ladies have where you can find something real. And y'all ruin that too. Y'all mislead girls, go on dates with them. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of the dates I went on, people acted like they were looking for something real. And then you meet them in person and they're a total F-boy. I even had people that I've seen on the app that are also on Tinder. Which nothing wrong being on Tinder. I'm on Tinder too. But there's totally different profiles there. I had a dude that played me on Tinder. I had the audacity to send me a like on pairs. I wanted to knock him out. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So, yeah. It's just so aggravating. But my standards have definitely risen. Like, now, I don't even play games anymore with dudes. So, for example, I don't date guys where I know it's not gonna work out in the future. So, for me, like, in order for me to date somebody seriously, he has to at least be taller than me. He has to be fluent in English. It's a must. And he has to make at least $80,000, preferably over 100. I'm not wasting my time with anybody else anymore. And another little bonus, he has to be willing to get married within a year. I'm not dating nobody for no 3-4 years anymore. I'm not that young anymore. I'm sorry, I'm stuffing the food. I'm not trying to hurry up and eat because it's cold. But adjust my AC. I'm just so sad. Because I feel like I don't know what to do anymore. Sorry, I'm back on pairs again. Because, like, I'm happy I'm happy that there's so many different guys to talk to, and I appreciate the fact that I am so-called attractive. Oh my god, y'all. I can't talk about this later, but I'm glad that I found someone attractive. But the problem is, or not someone, I'm glad that I found multiple people that are attractive to my liking. But the problem is, when you do find those people that are attractive, it's like they're enjoying the fact that they get all these different likes from other girls, and they either don't message you at all, or like if you do, it's like they want to do cheap stuff, like, oh, I want to go to a cafe, I just want to meet you, and like they just want to have fun, even if they're not attractive, if they have money. So both, if they don't have a lot of money but they're attractive, or if they aren't attractive but have money, they both act the exact same way. They are on the app for fun, basically, but they don't even realize it. Their goal is just to be around pretty girls and do the bare minimum in the hopes of, because from your perspective, to get married, which is never going to happen. So, yeah, it just sucks. But I don't know. Let me focus on this later so I can get this video finished instead of looking on Paris. But yeah, because like there's so many like good guys, like not even just the money part of it, because like I said, I'm gonna to make this clear. Personally, I can't see myself being with somebody making less than 100,000 at this point. But okay, I'm gonna be real. The people that I've been liking back, if your profile seems genuine, like you're a nice guy, I would consider marrying you. So I like these people anyway, because I still want to give them a chance. But even with them, you talk to them, and it's like the conversation is never mature with the guys that are otakus or the guys that don't make real money. It's never mature. It's, oh, I want to go touring together. So you join this app so you can find pretty bitches to ride in the back of your motorcycle. That sounds cool and fun. Don't get me wrong. That would be great video content for YouTube. I might take up the offer. But the problem is, like, I'm trying to get married. I'm not trying to run around. I mean, I am, but you know what I mean? Like, that's not my goal for this app. Like, if we're married or dating seriously, I would love to do that. I want to do it with my ex. But, nope. it just kills me. So, they do that, or they want to talk about video. I even had a dude that wanted to play games with me online before we even had a date. My nigga. You invited me to play fucking Apex Legends with you. We haven't even gone on a date. So even talking about like broke nigga activities. Like dudes want to spend no money, no time, no investment. And then these same dudes will be like, oh my god, I can't pull bitches. I don't know why. This is why. I've lowered the crap out of my standards. My patrons know I've dated the factory guys, the fat guys, the ugly guys, the cross-eyed, all of them. And they all turned out to be players. So it's not even a matter of my standards being high. It's just the dudes just don't want me. So it seems the only way to make anything successfully work for me is I have to have no opinions. I need to be quiet. Anything that he says, I have to say yes to. No backbone. And be strictly in it for the money. Because to be honest, I think for these guys that I've dated, I'm probably the first and only woman to ever say anything like that. And probably will be the last too. Because for these girls here, Japanese girls don't give a fuck. You got money? They said they'll shut up and do whatever you want. You want to tie me up? Yep, go ahead. Sachiko gonna let you do that shit. She'll do whatever you ask for. Because for her, it's like, I don't love your ass anyway. You ugly as fuck. I got the bag. They secure that bag and they straight. You could do whatever you want to them bitches. You got money. But don't get me wrong. Of course, deep down inside, I am a girl. So the gold digger in me is like, ooh. But because I am not after your money, that's not going to be enough for me. Yes, money is nice. I want a man that has decent money. But sorry, $100,000 is not a multi-millionaire. That is not enough money for me to say, you can do whatever you want to me. You can do whatever you want in life. I will have no opinions. You don't want to shower for the rest of your life? Oh, I'll enjoy sucking on your nasty, dirty crabs having penile. I'm not going to do that crap. I gotta draw the line somewhere. I can put up with certain things that I don't like. For example, I've dated a guy that was a heavy smoker and he wasn't even making good money. I do not like smokers. But I did it because I really liked him at the time. And now I would never date him. The dude was ugly, but he was tall. So, yeah, like just little things like that. Like, I can compromise on some things. But that's too extreme. Come on, you don't shower every day? No, I don't do that. And I know some people, white people, don't do that. But that doesn't work for me. Especially not in Japan. And even if you're someone who doesn't shower on a regular basis, because I can admit growing up as a kid I did not, but as an adult I do. Even if you're someone that doesn't do it now, trust me, you move to Japan, you gonna start showering every day. Because this bitch is hot and humid every single day. You will smell like crap when you come home. It's not gonna work. It's not. You will shower more than once a day in some cases. There's no way. And no, it's one thing to not shower when you live alone. Because that's dirty too. But especially if you live alone. I can even give you a pass. But you have a spouse and you work? You just met me. You should be trying to impress me. Saving it for that video. I keep talking too much about it. But just the little things. And then the fact that you even said for yourself, you are okay with letting me go. Over compromising. You just can't compromise that. I didn't say all izakayas. I said that one. But let's say I did say all of them. You want to be a fat ass and alcoholic at this particular restaurant, or really anyone for that matter. Let's say I said I don't want to go to any bar ever. No Japanese bars. Your want for alcohol, and not just alcohol, because I didn't say you can drink, but for going on dates with me at those cheap ass places. Your want to do that is so strong, you would rather say, fuck you, bitch, I'll get another girl. And he most certainly will, because the dude had money. So again, I'll save it for that other video. But it's just little things like that. So, I'm done. Long story short, y'all men, y'all the ones who ruin dating apps. Y'all the reason why I can't find a partner. Because like, even like when I talk about how I want to go on dates, etc., y'all seen this stuff on Instagram. It'd be the ugliest dude, especially foreign guys. Ugliest dudes, old ass Japanese guys, old fat wannabe black guys, players, yakuza members, everything else under the sun than a decent average ass man will slide in my DMs, send me messages, and then get mad too. I be thinking to myself like, now you know damn well the reason why I don't want to date your goofy ass. So like, what would I look like being with you? You ain't got nothing to offer. No money, no height. You don't even have a good occupation, if you have one at all. Ain't got a car, ain't got a house, no education, ugly, bald, and if I didn't already say it, possibly short, fat. What do I get? Nothing. Sorry, men get pretty bitches when they have money. You not only don't have money, you don't even look good. You have neither. You don't even have your own assets. What do I get out of this? Nothing. Women give their looks in exchange for resources. You don't have any resources. You don't even look good. So, and then it's like, then these dudes get mad because they want you to reply to them. And I'm thinking like, I'm not going to walk around insulting people. Like, I don't get paid to do that crap. It doesn't feel good. I'm not the type of person. Why would I do that? There's no reason for me to do that. I get nothing out of it. No thank you. My silence is my answer. I don't like you. I don't want you. You're not my type. Simple. And in a nutshell, you definitely don't make enough money to be dating me either. I ain't doing no struggle of crap. But then forget about that. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not stupid. These dudes think I'm a retard or something. Excuse me, keeping it real. I'm not dumb. I know y'all only trying to fuck me. What do I look like going out on a date with you? Instantly just saying, oh yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have sex. You know how many options I have to at least do that type of stuff with men that have money? You think I'm gonna do it with your joker, old, bald-headed, ugly, broke ass, short, fat self? Really? You think I'm gonna go for you? Imagine if I said yes to every dude that messaged me, agreed to meeting them. And the same thing with those little cafe dates. I talked about that in several other videos too. I cannot tell you how many times I've been offered a cafe date just this week alone. Shoot, forget this week, the past couple of days alone. Several offers. I don't do no damn cafe dates. I'm caffeinated enough. Fuck that shit. No. And then it sounds like I'm gonna go to an expensive restaurant like Starbucks. It's gonna be some cheap, no-name, knockoff coffee shop where either you're gonna expect me to pay for my own crap or you'll gladly spend $3 on me. I don't need that crap. I'm not in high school anymore. It's not cute. Coffee dates are speed dates for ugly hoes. I'm neither. Well, I'm a hoe for the right guy, but not for you. And then dudes be shocked, like, oh, why would she not want to do that? Because you're talking to a woman that is seen as very attractive by most people. I have other and better options. You're busy trying to plan a coffee date with me at Tully's, however you pronounce that place. I have another guy that's taking me out to a $100 steak restaurant. Who am I going to choose? The 20-cent coffee man or the guy that's about to drop $300 on our first date? Now, sure, Mr. $300 date guy can be a total jerk, but at least I get to walk away with a good experience. I ate a good meal. Whereas with you, I'm about to take a chance, meet you over a $3 drink, and let's say that we meet and you decide for some reason you don't like me. Do you know how embarrassing, humiliating, and angry that would make you? You already took me out on the cheapest, crappiest, I don't want to spend any money, I don't want to make no investment kind of date there is. Just to decide, oh, I don't want to be serious with you anyway. Because that's what most of these dudes are doing. It's not a matter of not wanting to be, not liking you per se. Because honestly, I think I've only had either 1 or 2 dates here where I like met somebody in person and they decided they didn't like me. But I had a date like that in the US before. That was really embarrassing. I talked about that before, I think. But, yeah, I'm thinking to myself, like, when you go on dates with these dudes, it's always, instantly, whenever you do these cafe dates, they chose the cafe and the izakaya for a reason. Their goal was to spend as little money and as little time as possible before they go to a hotel with you. And they'll play mind games with you, psychological games. I talked about this on Patreon already. Y'all didn't hear about this on YouTube. They'll play games with you. Because if you say that, they'll be like, no, that's not true. If I only wanted to have sex, I would have just asked you to go straight to the hotel. Yeah, because you know you're too damn ugly for a bitch to say yes to that. So what did you do? You pretended like you wanted to date them seriously. You asked them out to the bar, asked them out for drinks, asked them to go out for coffee. This way you weasel your way into her pants, unsuspectingly, whatever the word is. I can't think of it. I'm forgetting English. Whatever you call it, without her suspecting you. That's what you did. If you could have, you would have. You wanted to get to know me. Either that or you were too shy. It ain't had shit to do with that, because for you it was an investment. You spent less than $40. You either spent $3 to $10 at that cafe or $5 to $30 at that bar. You've lowered my standards with the drink. You're more outgoing. And you probably chose a place located next to love hotels too. Because when I was when I was a young adult, I was stupid. I used to go on dates to Shibuya and Shinjuku, not realizing that the guy chose a very specific, strategically located place, even in Osaka, right next to a love hotel. My brain wasn't thinking that way. For me, it's like, oh, fun date. Look at this bar. I talked about this before, but I was so stupid. One of my first dates that I went on, I thought the guy was literally just looking for friends. So he started rubbing on my leg, and I was like, oh, I'm not that kind of girl. And so I was like, yeah, I need to go home. And he was pissed. He didn't even walk me back to the station. And back then I didn't have a phone, so I had no Wi-Fi, no way of knowing, how to get back. He just directed me, oh, the train is that way. I was so embarrassed, and I felt bad because I was thinking like I wasn't trying to use his money or mislead him. I thought we were literally just bar hop because he went to a couple of different places. But nope, his goal was to spend time going out with me, going to different places, and then to eventually get me drunk and ask me to have sex. And that's exactly what he did. When he saw that I was starting to get drunk, visibly drunk, he started touching me. And I'm like, I'm a little bit tipsy when I'm having a good time, but I'm not out of my mind yet. I am still here. Do not touch me, young man. So I was dumb back then. I didn't know about those. I didn't know that's what Tinder was really for. I thought that I met, a legitimately good guy. Because I have made friends on Tinder, but I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Hold on, I have an email at me. Reply to this because now I've been talking for almost an hour at this point. I'm at 59 minutes right now. Okay, sorry y'all. So sorry. Yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I had a really important email I had to respond to, but So I'm trying to like just bitch and complain, but I'm just so aggravated because it's like, forget about like my high standards. The reason why like I made them higher is because I'm tired of doing all of these crappy, men. And the fact that, as I said before, it's like the men that have money, look good, whatever else, like they're gonna end up with somebody. Why can't it be you? But even like with me like trying to date regular average guys, like they still end up being players. Like they don't want anything serious. They don't know what they want yet. They're just having fun, living life, and just playing games, basically. So, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. Because for me, it's like, okay, like I want to get married. But it seems like it's never going to happen at this point because now it's like, okay, if you do get married, or let me put this way, if I were to get married, because I can't make it happen. Excuse me, I'm trying to readjust. I'm old. My butt was hurting sitting in my bed. But it's okay, like, if you do make it happen, you do get married, you do, whatever, the new issue that you end up facing is you don't have money. So like you can't do regular things. You have to always wonder and worry about bills, wonder about paying for daycare and school, etc. Where it's like, if you marry a guy that has, not rich, but it's a decent salary, like you don't have to worry about those things. You're going to have a roof over your head. Your bills are going to get paid. You have money for food, etc. You can travel, birthdays, holidays, etc. Like those things are easy to handle and take care of. But yes, like, I don't know, like, for me, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the world and my kid, because I don't want them to go through what I went through. I don't want to have a child that I cannot properly take care of and provide for. And so if I'm not going to be with a partner that can, do that, I don't feel like I should be having children. And for me, it's like, if you don't have money, you're not a husband, you're a boyfriend. So if you just want to date people and waste time, then sure, I'm all for it. But that's not what I'm looking for right now. So maybe in the future I will be willing to, do crap like that and play the same game the guys play. But for right now, that's not me. That's not my thing. So I'm done. I'm not talking about anything at this point. All I'm saying is that I hate that guys join dating apps just to do the same crap, or serious dating apps, just to do the same crap they do at bars, the same stuff they can do on Tinder. And then again, even Tinder has a bad rep, but Tinder did not start off for that purpose. It became that. If you even look at Tinder's rules, all of their rules and reasons for blocking and banning people is for them doing the same crap that Tinder is known for, ironically. F-boy strategies, inappropriate pictures, nasty bios, soliciting inappropriate things, etc. All of those things get you blocked and banned on Tinder, and people don't talk about that. It's known as being a hookup app, which is so ironic because that's the very thing they try to discourage on the app. It was made for serious dating, for legitimately meeting people located near you. But nope, men take it and they're like, oh, I can meet girls close to me for free. And that's what I hate, because Tinder has better looking users, unlike Pairs. But the problem is, while it does have better looking users, their users are significantly less serious. The people in there are open and upfront about what they're looking for. They literally have profiles saying that they want to play. And it's fun and whatnot for a second. When you think about it, it's like, how many parties have these dudes have? Where have their mouths been? How many girls they not use protector? How often do these people get tested? Do these people have children? How old are they really? Where do they really work? Where do they really live? What if you do get pregnant? Can you even find this dude? Like, think to yourself. There's a lot of risks involved. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. Basically, I'm trying to find my husband, okay, y'all? But I feel like he's gone. My husband is somewhere out there cheating on me. So I'm cheating back. I'm joking, y'all, for anybody stupid that's going to take this out of context. But I'm tired of this. Like, being a hoe is so ghetto. Like, I'm tired of dating people. I'm tired of, like, my birthday and Christmas coming around. Like, oh my god, I still don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a date for Christmas. Okay, I'm sorry. Back on subject. Oh my, nice sweater. I should put this back on. But, yeah, like, It just drives me crazy because like I cannot believe it's been a whole year from when I was supposed to have gotten married. Almost. It's September right now. It's going on October. Y'all not gonna see this video until at least the earliest October, but possibly November or something. So I can't believe it's been that long. So I'm not gonna lie, like part of me feels like I should just reply back to my ex because he been thirstfully, desperately begging me to go on a date with him to change my mind. Trust your ass, you embarrassed the fuck out of me. I'm keeping it real. I love you, you fine. I missed your dick. But I don't trust you anymore. And plus, I'm not gonna lie, like after dating people that make a lot more money than me, it's like I'm keeping it real though, I'm being honest. But yeah, I wonder if guys feel that way. Like, for any guys watching this, have you ever dated a girl that like had a perfect body? Like she had a perfect fat ass, perfect boobs, no scars, no surgery, no stretch marks, no nothing. Pretty face. And then you went on to date a girl that was like just a triangle or like a rectangle or something, built like a refrigerator. No boobs, no booty, average-ish or kind of cute face. But like while you were fucking her, do you just think like, man, this pussy is dry, it's wide as fuck. I miss my ex, but I love this girl's personality. She should be perfect, but the other girl I had, man, like that's how I feel about this. So it's like, even like with sex too, like you can date a person because sex, dick is not equal. Even big dick, all big dick is not created equal. All lips are not created equal. Oh my god. I feel like guys can relate to this too. Like that's how I feel, because like I've literally like dated people and I've been like, I really like you, but man, the sex is awful. Or I'm like, yeah, I really like this person, but it's hard to get used to dating a guy where it's like you're trying to find the cheapest place to go out to eat in town, whereas the other guy's like, you want to eat at this crappy place? Like my ex literally thought the McDonald's was beneath him. Like he would never go to McDonald's with me unless it was for lunch. He would not do McDonald's for dinner. Like we never ate McDonald's. He's like, McDonald's for dinner? And I'm thinking, like, what's McDonald's poor dinner food? Like, damn, excuse me. Like you would never survive in a black household. But that's why we're not married right now. So and of course, like, you know, I like this stuff. I'm thinking, okay, Mr. Big Pimp and Mr. Moneybags. You know, my ex wasn't, you know, rich like that either. He didn't make no $100,000, but I mean, $100,000 ain't rich, but for the conversation, people. But yeah, after you go from dating somebody that buys you anything, like I used to go to the store with my ex, even like my ex-fiance, and he'd be like, you know, what you want? What do you need? Do you need this? Oh my god, that's so cute. Let's get this for the house, etc. He was that type of person. To go from dating that to the guy that's like, $2.99. We don't need this. Let's go to the dollar store. Like, I ain't dating no nigga like that. When you go from a dude that takes care of you, you cannot backtrack to no bum, broke, stingy nigga. You can't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm starting to think maybe my soulmate is not a man. Am I supposed to be marrying a girl or something? Because like I'm confused. I'm confused at this point. Because man, I haven't played so much. I know how to be the perfect husband myself. I just don't like girls. But let me stop before I get myself in trouble on YouTube. Y'all finna cancel me for real. But no, I'm being for real. Because like, you ever like felt like that before? I've been like, man, like I wish I liked the same sex, because like you know everything to do to be the perfect partner for them. Like I know how to treat myself. I know how to make girls happy. You want me to prove it to you? I'm just playing. But now it's like, I get angry thinking like, it's so easy to make women happy. Why can't guys just be good? Why can't you just treat women with respect? Why can't you just be romantic? But no, guys will straight up tell you, oh, I don't, excuse me. Guys will straight up tell you, like, oh, I don't do romantic stuff. You can't pretend like you do. Do you think I like riding your dick? Well, guess what? I don't. Especially if you're not going to support me. That shit hurts my knees. Snap, crack, pop, Rice Krispies, okay? Like, I don't like that. It's not fun for me. Especially not when your dick ain't big. Because now I gotta put in extra work. Riding on top is fun with guys that are black. Because their penises fuck back. When your dick does not have that type of reach, that type of girth, it is a chore. Especially when you got a wet pussy. Because that bitch slides the fuck out. I'm tired of fake moaning. There's too many confessions going on here. I'm really happy with my email, by the way, so I guess I'll spoil it for you guys. I got a job offer. Really good one, too. Highest salary I've ever had. And I'm sure it will also go up from there, so that's great. But no more $3,000 for me. I'm not gonna tell you how much I got. Okay, thought somebody was calling. Just my charger has a shortage, so. Oh god, my stomach hurts. I had too much pop. This Coke Zero from McDonald's is addictive. I'm wasting y'all time now. Why am I doing all of this on camera? But anyway, I'm about to go to Shinjuku to go baby daddy shopping because it's rush hour and people need to see how good I look. So, because I didn't do my hair and makeup for nothing, but I need to fix my hair because my hair messed up. I actually moved over one of my little clip pieces to this side because I was thinking that I missed wearing my hair like this. But to be honest, after I moved my hair over, I'm kind of like, maybe I don't look better with this hairstyle. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all change y'all mind. Whenever I wear my hair, of course I'm going to fix my hair. But whenever I wear my hair in this hairstyle, people are, oh my god, I look better with that hairstyle. Keep it that way. And then when I go back to bangs, like, oh my god, you look young. Like, keep the bangs, blah, blah. But I also hate dealing with y'all hoes because then people be like, oh, I'm trying to Asian fish. Bitch, I've been wearing bangs since before Asians existed. I got nothing to do with that. But, alright, now I'm done. Alright. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm gonna find my husband. And when I do, I'm gonna knock him out on our wedding day for making me wait this long. So, future husband, baby daddy, you heard what I said. So, alright, but hey, if one of y'all here in Japan, you're single, you're hot, you're tall, your dick is big, and you want to marry me, buy me my Cinderella engagement ring, please. Alright, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment down below. As always, you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Comic95. You can also add me on Snapchat at Comic the Savior and follow me on TikTok at Comic the Savior, although I might actually stop using TikTok because they flagged one of my videos and took it down for being inappropriate. I thought that I shouldn't have said those words, but I didn't say like I had it voice over, which is stupid. It's like, why allow the little app to voice over inappropriate words if the words get it banned? Because I mentioned sex, but I was joking about messages that guys send me, but that's another story. So, alright, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and yeah, follow me, add me there. All the links are in the description box. If you want more videos like this, where it's more, regular, real talk conversation, consider becoming a patron. It's only $5 a month. And there I pretty much share everything. I talk in detail about my dates, what's going on in my life, in my head, everything. You get to know me more. It's more like a personal friendship instead of it just being these generic YouTube videos where I can't go into too much detail for protection. So I assume that anybody willing to pay for a Patreon, you're someone that actually genuinely cares about me, enjoys my content, and likes to hear this type of stuff instead of putting it on YouTube publicly where people are like, what's this girl talking about? So Anyway, you can also read my blog at Comic95. And yeah, I hope you'll watch another video. Thank you for watching. Bye.